Some actors throw punches on screen, others take hits in real life and get right back up. Tom Hardy won a real jiu-jitsu tournament. Ronda Rousey was breaking arms before she ever broke into Hollywood. Keanu Reeves trains like a special ops soldier just to make his roles feel real. These stars don't fake the fight. They are the fight. So when the cameras stop rolling, who's still as tough as the characters they play?
And not as serious as yours, I fear.
Tom Hardy doesn't just play tough guys, he is one. You've probably seen him throwing punches in movies like Bronson, The Dark Knight Rises, or Venom, but his real-life toughness started long before Hollywood. As a teen in London, Hardy got into a lot of trouble. He was kicked out of school, battled addiction, and got into street fights. He's openly talked about how reckless and wild his younger years were, but that same fire is what makes him so convincing on screen. What's even cooler? Hardy didn't just clean up. He got serious about martial arts. He trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and even entered a real tournament. Not for a role, for fun. And he won. That's not just acting tough for a paycheck. Tom Hardy's the kind of guy you probably wouldn't want to mess with in real life either.
You can't outrun the past. When we were kids.
Jason Statham might be one of the most believable action stars out there, and that's because he's been doing intense stuff long before he ever stepped in front of a camera. Most people know him from The Transporter, The Expendables, or Fast and Furious. But before all that, Statham was an elite athlete. He was actually part of Britain's national diving team and competed at the World Championships. Then he trained in martial arts, boxing, and kickboxing. Real fight training, not movie choreo. And when he started acting, he refused to rely on stunt doubles. He did his own driving, his own fight scenes, and his own stunts. That high-speed car chase you saw him do? Yeah, that was really him behind the wheel. Jason's the type who brings the pain on screen because he can actually take it off screen too.
This is a gigantic cultural moment, Mike, and this is not just a moment for Ronda Rousey. This is a moment for women's sports, period.
White trunks for Carmouche, black trunks for Rousey, looking to close the distance early.
She's got the clinch now. She's got one underhook.
Ronda Rousey didn't just open doors, she kicked them down. Before stepping into Hollywood, she made history as the first female UFC champion and absolutely dominated the octagon with lightning-fast arm bars and pure aggression. Her fights didn't just make headlines, they changed the game for women in combat sports. When she stepped into films like Furious 7, The Expendables 3, and Entourage, she brought that same raw intensity. And the best part? She didn't need much acting when it came to looking tough, because she is tough. Even outside the cage, Ronda's presence is strong, fearless, and unapologetic. Whether she's in a fight or on set, she's still one of the most intimidating women you could ever face.
What are you doing?
Calling the police.
Relax, okay?
Keanu Reeves might seem soft-spoken and polite in interviews, but don't be fooled. He trains like a full-blown action machine. From playing Neo in The Matrix to becoming the unstoppable John Wick, Keanu takes his roles seriously. He spends countless hours practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, judo, tactical gun drills, and high-speed driving. And that crazy gun-fu choreography in John Wick, he's actually doing all of that for real. No ego, no bragging, just pure dedication. His calm and respectful nature off-screen only makes his transformation into a lethal on-screen assassin even more impressive. Keanu doesn't just play the part, he lives it, quietly proving he's one of the most hardcore guys in Hollywood without ever raising his voice.
Baby, hey baby. You should be watching from the side. I wouldn't want to get any exhaust on that pretty face.
How about you put your money where your mouth is?
Michelle Rodriguez has made a career out of being the ultimate tough girl, and it's not just for show. From her breakout role in Girl Fight to her unforgettable presence in Fast and Furious and Resident Evil, she's always played characters who fight hard and don't take nonsense. But Michelle didn't rely on stunt doubles to pull it off. She actually trained in combat and learned to do many of her own stunts. Off-screen, she's just as fierce. She's outspoken, fearless, and not afraid to challenge the system, especially in a male-dominated industry like Hollywood. Whether she's behind the wheel or throwing punches, Michelle Rodriguez brings real grit, passion, and authenticity to every role, and to real life too.
Shit! What? Over, and believe me, it's gonna be over real quick.
Danny Trejo has the kind of face you never forget. Rugged, intense, and full of stories. He's been the go-to guy for tough roles in Machete Desperado and countless others. But what makes him truly powerful isn't just the characters he plays, it's the life he lived. Danny spent time in and out of prison during his younger years, battling addiction and trouble at every turn. He found his way out through boxing, rehab, and a commitment to helping others. His transformation from inmate to icon is more inspiring than any script. He's not just acting like a badass, he is one. And the respect he carries in Hollywood, that's earned through grit, real change, and surviving a life most couldn't before she ever stepped onto a film set. Gina Carano was already making headlines in the MMA world. She fought in real cages, took real hits, and came out as one of the sport's early female stars. When she transitioned to Hollywood with roles in Haywire and The Mandalorian, she didn't leave her fighting background behind. Gina's not one to hand off the action scenes to a stunt double. She brings her own bruises to the table. Her moves are sharp. Her presence is powerful, and she's one of the few women to truly bring authentic toughness to the screen. Gina made sure the industry saw that strength isn't about acting tough. It's about being tough, and she proves that in every scene.
Oh, shit.
Clint Eastwood didn't just play the tough guy, he defined the role. From Dirty Harry to Gran Torino, Clint gave us quiet, stone-faced characters who didn't back down from anything. But behind those iconic roles is a real-life story just as hardcore. He served in the U.S. Army and once survived a plane crash by swimming miles to shore. That's not movie magic, that's real survival. He went on to direct war films like American Sniper and Letters from Iwo Jima, always pulling from real experiences and a no-nonsense view of the world. Clint Eastwood isn't just built for the screen, he's built from something rare. Old-school grit, discipline, and a life lived on his own terms.
Absolutely, do that.
Thank you, Rob.
Sure.
Okay.
So you nervous about the fight?
They're scared to death.
You don't look scared?
Well, you ain't supposed to.
Then you don't have to do it.
Yeah, well, I think I do.
Sylvester Stallone didn't just play Rocky, he was Rocky in real life. Back when he was struggling to make it in Hollywood, he wrote the script for Rocky in just a few days while broke, with barely any money to his name. Studios offered to buy the script, but he refused to sell unless he got to play the lead. That kind of guts? Pure resilience. Stallone trained like a real boxer, took actual hits on set, and even ended up in the hospital after filming fight scenes. His rise from nothing to stardom mirrors the character so closely, it's hard to separate the two. Stallone didn't just act out a fighter's story, he lived every painful, driven second of it. The Chuck Norris jokes are legendary, but what's wild is how much truth is behind them. Chuck is a real martial arts master with black belts in multiple disciplines and a background serving in the U.S. Air Force. Before Walker, Texas Ranger made him a household name. He was already a world champion fighter. For decades, he played fearless action heroes who never backed down, and in real life, he trained just as hard as his characters. He even opened martial arts schools and taught countless students. Behind the memes and one-liners is a guy who actually can take down 5 men in one move. Chuck Norris isn't a joke. He's the real deal, tougher than most and still holding his own. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.